Good morning, you beautiful people. In today's show, we're going to talk about why I think motivation isn't enough to see you through. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Foreman, and if you are coming through, then please do let me know. Quick question, and I want you to answer this in the comments. I want you to answer it right away. Don't wait to the end. Do you feel motivated all of the time? So just put, yes, I feel motivated all the time, or no, I don't feel motivated all the time. They are the two options that I want you to answer. Man, mad couple of days. However, we're settling back in. So let's get down to the business of straightening you lot out. So I want to talk about motivation because it's a word that I hear often when I see people talking, when I see people commenting on posts, when I see why people aren't showing up. I think it's important to address motivation and why I feel it's not enough to get you through. So listen, you're in a bar, you look across the bar, your missus is talking to a guy you don't know. What do? You get jealous. Who's this dude? You get jealous. You're driving in your car. You get cut up by somebody. You get angry. You're like, I'm gonna chase you down and we're gonna have it out the side of the road. You're getting incensed, right? You go to a funeral. You feel really sad about saying goodbye to somebody now that their life has passed. You feel sad. You watch a video and it inspires you. It motivates you. You're like, let's go. I'm on fire. All of those scenarios, all of them are triggers for emotions. We all have different emotions, whether you're seeing your wife talking to another man, whether you see someone cutting you up, whether you're going to a funeral, or whether you're watching a YouTube, Facebook video that gets you motivated. And what all of those things have in common is that all of those emotions will come and they will pass. They come into your life. You're filtering through your emotions in your body, your head, your heart. But then they pass. Now, if you are looking for something substantial to keep you going, to make the changes, is motivation really something that is sustainable? Can you feel motivated enough to want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every single morning, to own your morning routine? Is motivation enough to get you to the gym 4 times a week? And if you have to go off to work after a full day's work, is it enough to get you through? Is motivation enough to make you show up to your relationships, your personal development, your transition routines, your journaling, your daily review, being better in life, not feeling sorry for yourself, not drinking? Is motivation enough? I think we've kind of maybe established that it isn't. Because it's an emotion. It's an emotion that you get in the moment. It's an emotion you get when you're listening to somebody on audio, or you go to a seminar and you're coming away from a seminar. It's when you watch a Rise to Thrive show, or you watch a documentary. I'm inspired to change my life. Everyone's motivated to change their lives on January the 1st, but by January the 6th, most people have lost that will to change, because motivation is not substantial enough to make lifetime changes. It's substantial enough to make you go for a quick run in the moment, but it would make you run for the next 365 days, or change the way you eat for 365 days. So what do we need? What can help us grow? What can help us get up at 5 in the morning every morning, or make the 4 gym sessions a week, or change the way we have our relationships and our own personal development? For me, and this is my own personal opinion and experience, is having a strong emotional connection to that reason that we want to show up. There has to be emotion somewhere in there for us to become obsessed about ourselves. And I believe that we need to be obsessed about ourselves. Because if we can't be obsessed about ourselves, what can we be obsessed about that will really make any type of huge difference? Come here. Being obsessed about ourselves is about wanting change, about wanting more out of life. It's about reaching new heights. It's about reaching new levels. It's about creating new achievements. And motivation won't get us there, because that will come and go. But emotional connection, desire, passion, drive for a bigger reason. When Darcy was born on Thursday, that emotional connection was 10x'd. I suddenly felt overwhelming feelings of wanting to get to work to build a future for her. To want to train to make sure I stay alive for the next 30 years for her. To want to be more there than ever for Jem during our hard period. And I'm not saying that I forgot my emotional connections, because I connect with them pretty well through my daily practices. But it reminded me of the formula, of the rocket juice, of the rocket fuel that makes us show up in our lives, in our careers, in our health, in ourself, in our relationship to ourselves. Emotional connection is always there. We only have to look at our children, our wives, the things that we have in our life. But for many of us, we are missing those things because we're not taking note of them. Connecting yourself more to the emotion of why you must show up is absolutely key to change. Not motivation, not some video on YouTube, not some bloke you watch every single morning where you get motivated for 5 minutes and then it's straight back to your normality. There has to be a deep-seated reason that you eat well, that you train, that you get up, that you nurture your relationships, that you think about your future, that you stay organised, that you keep your stress levels down. And without that, you're going to keep reverting back to the same way you keep living that life, that hamster wheel, hamster wheel, hamster wheel. So somewhere along the line, there has to be change. Connect with what drives you, connect with what matters, connect with the reasons why you must be showing up. And I promise you, when it becomes second nature, when your brain learns to make that second nature and it's automated, when you wake up, the alarm goes, I want to make a better life for me and my family, bang, no excuses. And if you don't do that and you snooze, you're basically saying your family is not worth getting up for. That the security for your to be around to watch your daughter or your son get married is not strong enough. And that's hard to take. That's an emotional reason to show up. So stop watching all of these videos. Start looking for emotional connection to showing up and being the absolute ultimate version of yourself. Because I can't do it. I can inspire you a little bit each morning and hopefully it becomes second nature. I can only do so much. So when I say to my clients, you meet me halfway, that means that you have to find a reason to meet me halfway. Let's get this started. Week started strong, guys. If you're not in a 5-day challenge, we're starting this time next week. The link is in the bio. Get on it. It's free. It costs you nothing. It will give you the biggest insight into your life you've ever had. We've helped over 10,000 guys through that program in the last 3.5 years. It changes people and the perception of themselves. Let's get this done.